Aravind Adiga's novel, The White Tiger, it just throws you right into this world of brutal, shocking inequality, and it forces you to ask some really tough questions. So, where do you even start when you want to analyze a story this provocative? I know it can feel a little overwhelming, but what if I told you there's a blueprint, a clear plan for building a rock-solid argument that can unlock the novel's deepest secrets? Well, today that's exactly what we're going to do. We're going to build that argument together. So, to really get what's going on in The White Tiger, you have to see the world the way the author Adiga paints it. He shows us one nation, right? But it's really two completely different countries, living side by side. You've got the light. This is modern India, all glistening malls and what looks like endless opportunity. And then there's the darkness, where the huge majority of people are just born into a life of serving the other side. This insane divide, it's not just some background scenery. No, it's the engine that drives every single page of this story. And the person who's going to guide us through this world is Balram Hawai. He was born deep in the darkness, and his future was basically sealed before he could even walk. His one purpose in life? To serve the rich. He even tells us himself he's from the place where people like me come from, the poor. The whole system is built from top to bottom to keep him exactly where he is. So that's the big challenge for you as a reader or a student, right? You're staring down this massive social critique, all these huge, messy ideas about justice and power and inequality. How in the world do you wrestle all of that onto the page? How do you forge it into an argument that's sharp and powerful and actually convinces somebody? Well, the answer is a surprisingly simple but incredibly effective framework. It's called PEEL. Seriously, think of it like a 4-step recipe for building paragraphs that don't just state ideas, they prove them. Once you get this down, it will completely change how you approach writing. So let's break it down. So, what does PEEL stand for? It's point, evidence, explanation, and link. Like I said, it's a recipe. Your point is your main idea, the thing you want to say. Your evidence is the proof, straight from the book. The explanation is where you connect the dots and do your analysis. And the link? That ties it all back to the big picture. Simple, right? Okay, theory is great and all, but let's see this thing in action. We're going to deconstruct one of the most powerful metaphors in the entire novel, the rooster coop. This is the perfect place to start. First step, we've got P for point. This is your paragraph's mission statement. It needs to be one single, sharp sentence that tells your reader exactly what you're about to argue. So for this example, our point is this. The rooster coop is Adiga's way of showing how India's class structure keeps itself going, not with physical walls, but with psychological conditioning. Next up, E for evidence. Look, a point is just an opinion until you back it up. And the best evidence, it comes directly from the text. Just listen to the brutal honesty in Balram's words here. This image is so powerful because it's not actually about chickens, is it? It's about people who see what happens to those who came before them, and they still don't fight back. This quote perfectly supports our point about psychological control. And now for the second E, explanation. This is where the magic happens, where you do the real thinking. You can't just drop a quote and walk away. You have to dissect it. You have to explain how it proves your point. So Balram isn't talking about a physical cage. He's describing a mental one, a prison built out of fear of what will happen, the weight of tradition, and that powerful emotional blackmail of family loyalty. And finally, we have L for link. This is where you zoom out. You connect the specific idea of this paragraph back to one of the novel's huge themes or your essay's main argument. So, the rooster coop isn't just about trapped animals. It's a symbol for the invisible chains of culture, guilt, and fear that keep an unjust society running. And boom, a perfect, self-contained powerhouse of a paragraph. All right, you feeling it? Let's run through that blueprint one more time just to make sure it really sticks. This time, we're going to apply it to another huge question in the novel. For someone like Balram, what is the real cost of freedom?